Good evening and welcome to today's edition of Pointing to the Cross. And I want to first start off with a topic in the news. If you've watched the news, there's no way that you've watched it and you don't hear something about COVID-19 every day. And who knows what we know about it? The CDC tells us one thing this month, and next month it's something totally different. And I think we all have different opinions on it. I'm not going to, bother you with mine, but I think something that we can all agree on: it is a real disease, and it is infectious. You can catch it, and it led me to think about this verse in Matthew chapter 13 and verse 33. Jesus is telling this parable, and it goes like this: "The kingdom of heaven is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till it was all leavened." And of course we would call it yeast, but you put it in bread, work it into bread, and you leave it long enough, it makes the dough grow, and eventually it gets bigger, and when you bake it, it causes the bread to rise. And I think the point of the parable is this: that the kingdom of God kind of grows that way, and we affect others, right? We affect others for the kingdom of God, and God plants that in us through salvation, and then it grows. And my point is this: did I affect anybody today? That's what I'm asking. The question I'm asking myself is, did I affect anybody for Jesus today? You might say, did I infect anybody with Jesus Christ? Not that, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying that Jesus is a disease or anything like that. But my point is, did I do anything today? Did I pray with somebody? Did I show love to somebody? Did I share the gospel with somebody? Did somebody look at me in the way I acted and said, "Hey, there's something different about that guy right there"? And I think that's a question that we need to ask ourselves every day. If being saved was a sickness, would anybody catch it from me? Which obviously it's not a sickness, but you see the analogy, I hope. And at the end of the day, what did I do? Did anybody see Jesus in me enough to where it affected them? Because the kingdom of God grows in that manner, because we can be just the opposite too. People see me and say, if that's what being a Christian is like, then I don't want any part of that. So it's a good question to ask ourselves every day when we get home and the day is over. What did I do for God today? Did I touch anybody for Jesus? So think about that as you go through your day tomorrow. And I hope you have a great day. And we'll see you next time on Pointing to the Cross.